गंगमय की, गंगमय की, स्मरण की, श्री प्रभुपाद जैन श्री कृष्ण प्रदान, श्री श्री राधा रस बिहारी ललिता विशाखा की, श्री श्री सीताराम शर्मान की, श्री श्री गौर निताई की, श्री प्रभुपाद की, all glories to some devotees, all glories to some devotees, all glories to some devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, text, chapter 12, text number 38. इधर ये पानी नहीं लगता? ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। छाता लेके जाओ। Start reading. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु रुद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। नैतद्विचित्रं मनुजार्भमायिनः परावराणां परमस्य वेदसः अगोपि यत्स्पर्शनदौतपातकः प्राप्ताप्तसाम्यां तु असतां सुदुर्लभम्। नैतद्विचित्रं मनुजार्भमायिनः परावराणां परमस्य वेदसः अगोपि यत्स्पर्शनदौतपातकः प्राप्ताप्तसाम्यां तु असतां सुदुर्लभम्। नैतद्विचित्रं मनुजार्भमायिनः परावराणां परमस्य वेदसः अगोपि यत्स्पर्शनदौतपातकः प्राप्तात्मसाम्यां तु असतां सुदुर्लभम्। Translation and purport by His Divine Graces Bhakti Swami Shri Prabhupada. Krishna is the cause of all causes. The causes and effects of the material world, both higher and lower, are all created by the Supreme Lord, the original controller. When Krishna appeared as the son of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda, he did so by his causeless mercy. Consequently, for him to exhibit his unlimited opulence was not at all wonderful. Indeed, he showed such great mercy that even Aghasura, the most sinful miscreant, was elevated to being one of his associates and achieving Sarupya Mukti, which is actually impossible for materially contaminated persons to attain. Purport. The word Maya is also used in connection with love. Out of Maya, love, a father has affection for his child. Therefore, the word Mayinaha indicates that Krishna, out of love, appeared as the son of Nanda Maharaj and assumed the form of a human child. Krishna is the cause of all causes. He is the creator of cause and effect, and he is the supreme controller. Nothing is impossible for him. Therefore, that he enabled even a living being like Aghasura to attain the salvation of Sarupya Mukti was not at all wonderful for Krishna. Krishna took pleasure in entering the mouth of Aghasura in a sporting spirit along with his associates. Therefore, when Aghasura, by that sporting association, as maintained in the spiritual world, was purified of all contamination, he attained Sarupya Mukti and Vimukti by the grace of Krishna. For Krishna, this was not at all wonderful. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Vishnu Sthapidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Yadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavasya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathapitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijanasaitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhantamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishavanuste Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpadurvyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaevacha Patinanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaurabhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare लंबा हो रहा है ना, लंबा हो रहा है ना, ग्रोइंग टॉल। तुम्हारी माँ जुगाड़ करती है कि नहीं? मम्मी लोग जुगाड़, मेरा मम्मी ऐसा कर, लंबा ओवर साइज शर्ट, ओवर साइज पैंट, बोलते ओवर साइज चप्पल, तो सब लोग हंस रहे हैं, बोलते नहीं लंबा हो जाएगा तो वेस्ट हो जाएगा।
My mom was school dress करते समय she tells people लंबा होगा तो वापस पैसा नहीं डालना। और each and every clothes she does।
इंडियन मम्मी का जुगाड़ है।
Always 3 size more than needed।
So, last week we were discussing that how Shishupala he was killed by Lord Krishna because he gave his promise to his Buva. He's actually his Buva's son only, his dear sister's son. He promised her that I will forgive him 100 offenses. A offense which entails death sentence. Not that small, like that. So he killed. So Shishupal, since his childhood, he was envious of Krishna. Right? Last time I told you this. Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, Ravanasur, Kumbhakarna, Shishupal and Dantavakra. Okay? So, Hiranyaksha represents, we have 6 enemies: Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Mada, Matsarya. Right? Kam is represented by Ravanasur. Right? And Krodh is represented by Hiranyakashipu. And Lobh is represented by Hiranyaksha. Kam, Krodh, Lobh. Moha is represented by Kumbhakarna. Right? And Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moha, Mad is represented by our Dantavakra. And Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. Matsarya Shishupal. Right? So, Krodh was killed by Lord Nrsimhadev. And Lobh was killed by Lord Varahadev. Right? And Shishupal, Vesha, and Kama and Moha was killed by Lord Ramchandra. Right? and then Dvesha and Mad killed by Lord Krishna. And in Kali Yuga, same people they appeared as Jagai and Madai. Right? They represented all Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Madhmasarya. So, in the first two demons, they are so powerful. Krishna had to take two incarnations, Varahadev and Shekadev. Both are, one is half lion, half man, another is half Varaha avatar, pig avatar, but he is a little bit Nara also. And the other Kumbhakarna and Ravanasura were killed by Lord Ramchandra and like that. But because Lord has promised that in Kali Yuga he won't kill the demons with his weapons. So Lord Nityananda, he actually appeared with a piece of grass keeping under his mouth, between his lips. He killed the demoniac mentality of Jagai and Madai without bloodshed. Lord Nityananda killed all of them. So it is very important. So all these demonic tendencies, they are very much prevalent in our hearts also. So we should be very careful and pray to Krishna that he should kill all our demonic mentalities. Pray to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this Shishupala, very envious of Krishna. He was very opulent. Very opulent. And Dantavakra also. Very Dutch person. So, all the Sabhasadas, they were very shocked. Vismaya. They experienced Vismaya. How a person who is so hateful of Sri Krishna and who was abusing all the time, he attained such mukti. Such mukti. The verse I have recited also explains when Krishna and his covered boys, they were playing Ittam Satam Brahmasutanubhutya Dasyam Gatana Paradevate Maya Shritana Naradarakena Sakam Vijarlu Kutapunya Punja. Krishna is playing with this all these covered boyfriends. They were playing with Krishna. So, even though he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is playing like an ordinary covered boy. In our childhood, we were playing all these games that Krishna has played. Krishna used to play Goti. All of you played? Goti? Huh? Mumbai में खेलते हैं? कभी देखता नहीं किसी? Huh?
Grandmother's house.
Yeah. Shivani? Yeah, Goti. Then
Used to play in rainy days.
Then Krishna used to play cricket
Okay.
They, this bale fruit,
Yeah.
bale fruit or some fruit, they used to use it as a ball. Then they used to have this bat with some, some wood, some tree branch.
They call it gedi.
Tree branch, branch. Then they used to play. And then gilli danda. You ever played gilli danda? Huh?
We call it Viti Dandu.
Huh?
Viti Dandu. We call it
Yeah.
Gilli Danda.
Small thing. And I was very expert in all these games. बहुत खेलता था. मेरा father लकड़ी लेके आते थे मारने के लिए. All the time playing when he was studying. Then Krishna would play what you call chore police. Right? Chore police. Then Krishna used to play this, I don't know what you call them, 7 pieces of stone or something. Huh? Lagori. And then put, and then throw the ball. Right? That is one. And then kabaddi. Then Krishna, they would sit like a frog. Right? Frog. You all used to say frog. And then imitate the frogs jumping. Huh? That also used to play? Then Krishna, they would imitate monkeys. Like that. They would imitate monkeys. They imitate them and monkeys and chase them like that. All these are being observed by Devatas. And Vaikuntavasis. Vaikuntavasis. They used to shout, Devatas, and then later on, Krishna would sit with his boyfriends. And that day, actually, when Krishna he told them that let us play, go early. Yeah? So early morning they packed their tiffins. Early morning they packed their tiffins, and then they went for picnic that day. So that day Balaram's birthday was there, right? So that's why he did not accompany, because Rohini kept him back. Rohini kept him back because Balaram like that. Then can you imagine? Krishna is Yajna book. Yajna book means he would eat only food that is very, very pure. In the temples, of course, we also have a very high standard of food in the kitchen, our kitchens. But previously, during Prabhupada's time and all, they had a very high standard of ingredients, ghee. Prabhupada is very particular about cleaning the pots, shine the pots. And then Srila Bhaktisiddhanta used to say, unless somebody would chant 64 rounds, Krishna will not eat from their hands. Like that, Krishna would eat only food cooked by pure devotees, who chant 64 rounds, and then highest type of ingredients and all that. That is there. So the Brahmanas during Yajna, Vedic times, they are very, very pure. Actually, women are not allowed to cook at that time. Brahmanas, because when they go to toilet, they can't take bath every time. So women, they can only help collect the ingredients. The Brahmanas, they used to cook like that. Then that, after then chanting mantras very purely, with pure consciousness, then only sometimes Krishna would come and receive the ingredients. Bhoga. Krishna will eat. Yajna book. Such a personality. So some of the boys, they say, Krishna, we brought something favorite laddu for you. Like that. And then that boy, he would taste the laddu before giving it to Krishna. Then if it is nice, okay, Krishna, very nice, very tasty, very tasty. Then Krishna will take the Juda laddu and then eat. And then like that they were exchanging. Krishna also would eat. He would eat a small little bit, and then you would see very nice Yashoda Ma cook very nicely. You taste. Like that Krishna would eat half and then give. Like that. But Madhumangal, then they would actually play. They would steal somebody's tiffin boxes, and then when the boy would find out that his tiffin box is stolen, then he would search. Then he would find out, and then as soon as he tries to fetch his tiffin box back, he would throw to someone else. They will catch, and then like that they would play. Then Madhumangal is very greedy. He's very greedy, and then he ate. Krishna found out that without sharing with him, he ate. So Krishna took prasadam from Madhumangal's mouth and ate. Can you imagine? आधा खा के देना एक बात है, मुंह से निकाल के खाना, अरे. And then seeing this, Devatas, they were all shocked. How can he eat like that? Like that. Devatas. Then Narayana and in the Vaikuntha, and all the boys, all the Vaikuntha, Vishnu Dutas in Vaikuntha, Narayana, kya kar raha hai? They were hitting their heads. What is he doing? Lord, what is he doing with the coward boys? What is he doing like that? They were all shocked. Vismapanam swasya savagate. The Vaikuntavasis, they get shocked. They say, kya kar rahe hai? Like that. So Krishna is enjoying with his coward boy friends. The coward boy friends, they were Kritapunya Punja. They have performed so much pious activities in their last life, devotional pious activities in their last lives. Kritapunya Punja. They had such a great, credit that they were playing with Krishna like this. They were playing with Krishna like this. And then at this time, Aghasura came. Aghasura is the brother of Bakasura and Putana. And these demons, they are very, very vengeful. So he is very, very angry with Krishna, that Krishna killed Putana and Bakasura. He wanted to take revenge. Then he assumed the form of a huge python. His upper lip was touching the sky, clouds. Huge. When the boys saw, said, who is this, new, I think Krishna has arranged some amusement for us, I think, for plaything. Some boys have expressed doubt, I think this is a python, I think like that. Then they said, let us go, because he opened the mouth, So he could not tolerate the Krishna and the coward boys. They are enjoying, so nicely like that. Then immediately he thought, I will kill all these children. Then the whole Braja, because children are their life and soul of the parents. Then they all will be killed. Then I will take revenge. Then all the boys they have entered the Agasura's mouth. And Krishna was trying to stop them, but they did not listen. They entered. Krishna was thinking what to do now. How to do. But Agasura did not swallow them because his main goal was to kill Krishna. So Krishna entered. One very beautiful thing happened. All these days, Krishna did not expand himself. Like when he was killing Putana, he was just 6 days old boy only. He did not do any expand himself because he did not want to disturb the affection, feeling of Rajavasis by showing his opulence. But here, because all the Balaks are there on the mouth of Agasura, and then nobody was watching. That's why Krishna expanded himself in the mouth of Agasura. When Krishna entered all the Devatas, it is mentioned that Devatas, even though they drank Amrit and then they were drinking Amrit every day, still they are scared of Agasura. Agasura is such a fearful demon. And immediately Krishna choked his throat. So to the amazement of all the Devatas, all those sages and all who are observing this wonderful pastime, one soul came out and waiting, and is so affligent, waiting. And immediately, so they were all saying, what is this affliction, the soul? And as soon as then Krishna looked at all the coward boys. So Amrita Drishti, Amritamaya avatar. And Krishna used to, he has nectar in his hands, he has nectar in his eyes, he has nectar in his mouth. Right? So, when Jambavan, he was hit by Krishna for 28 days. His whole body became so much injured and all. And after 28 days, he could understand that he is my Lord. Then Krishna immediately touched his body like this. Amritamaya. Immediately all the injuries and all gone, wounds are gone. And then he regained his strength, vitality. So immediately, but Krishna simply cast his glance into my. And all the boys, they came back to life. They all got dead, in the mouth of him. He was poisonous. So much poison he was emanating. But such a sinful Agasura, he got liberation. There, Krishna Chakravarti comments that Krishna, why the soul is waiting there, and then he merged with Krishna's body, because he wanted to show that I am Mukunda avatar. Krishna is Mukunda, one who gives. He wanted to show Devatas. See, you are all rotting in the heaven with Apsaras. Then again, some other demons will come and disturb you. But this guy is very fortunate. You know why? Because Agasura's body was touched by Krishna. Not only that, usually even big acharyas also, when they die, when they leave their bodies, they are put into samadhi. But Agasura, for 1 year, he became an amusement park for all the coward people, because they all it's like everybody used to play. What
Slide.
is that? Slide. Huh? Roller. Yeah. Because, so they say, even the great acharyas also, their bodies are not engaged in the service of Krishna after they leave their bodies because they put into samadhi. But this fellow is so fortunate. You know, even dead body is also giving service to Krishna and all the covered boys. So not only he got mukti, he got vimukti, he got sarupya mukti because you know his body was touched by Krishna. So next verse it says, Sakride Ranga सकृदरंग प्रतिमांतर आहितः मनोमय भागवती ददौ गति सएव नित्यात्म सुखानुभूति भूति अभि युद्धसमाय अंतर्गत किं पुनः. Right? Even once also, if you bring the other Asviharis form in your heart, concentrate. Remember the form of Krishna, Radha Krishna in our temple. Even once, Sakrit Yadanda, Kritimantara Adita, Manomayam Bhagavati Dadavati, he will be liberated. Even once. Then what to speak of Agasura? Krishna entered into his body. Personal. Then what to speak of Krishna? All the covered boys and the girls, for whom Krishna took incarnation, appeared. They all, played with Krishna and they enjoyed with Krishna. So what kind of liberation they must have got? If Agasura got this kind of liberation. Anyway, check here. Got over again. So, anybody who remembers this, every day, all of you should remember this pastime of Krishna sitting in on the bank of Yamuna, beautifully decorated, and all the covered boys, they are sitting around him, looking at him. So, and eating prasadam with Krishna. So, if you remember this pastime apatya dosha means whatever we eat sometimes unnecessary foodstuffs, and that dosha will go away if you remember this pastime. Right? So, the same way, Agasura was delivered. Same way Shishupala was also delivered. His soul was waiting and then got mixed with Krishna. Then after that, he got Sarupya Mukti. Sarupya Mukti means exactly resembling the form of the Lord in the Vaikuntha, except for Shivatsa, Mark and Kaustubha Gem. Is it raining outside? Stop. Huh? Like that. So this is a wonderful pastime. And then after this,
Raining.
let us stop early. After this, then they, in 7th Canto Bhagavatam it is described, even Yudhishthira Maharaj and all, they were shocked. How is it that somebody like Shishupala, the great sages, they perform great austerities and penance. Vishwamitra Muni performed 60,000 years austerity. Valmiki Muni performed 60,000 years, 60,000 years austerity. Itna, so much austerity they performed. You know, Kardamu Muni performed austerity for 10,000 years. So, some sages they fail in their goal to achieve perfection. They go to heaven and all this stuff. How is it that Shishupala got liberation? How? Then Narad Muni narrated the entire pastime of Kumara's cursing Jai Vijaya, and then Jai Vijaya becoming Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, and Ravanasura Kumbhakarna, then Shishupal Dantavakra. The entire pastime was narrated by Narad Muni, and all the kings who have assembled, they were hearing Krishna Katha from Narad. Okay, thank you. I will just stop because it's raining. Last 5 days I was teaching Bhakti Shastri, 3 hours every day. Then 3 hours reading. Huh? For brahmacharis, I am teaching Bhakti Shastri, Bhagavad Gita, 2nd and 3rd, 1st and 2nd chapters. 3 hours every day. Right.
Continuous.
Yeah. 2 to 5. Like that. Anyway, I was very tired. Let us stop. So please come on Sunday. Come on time, 5 o'clock. Because 10 o'clock is Grahan is starting. So better to close, finish by 8:39. And then you can all go home. We don't want to prolong also long time. No. Okay? Please come on Sunday, 5 o'clock, Shankaha. Party, success party. Huh? Okay. Huh? Shankaha.
Let's thank Prabhuji for chanting.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Oh, box them.
नहीं पूरी भाजी है बांट देना शिवानी साथ बांट देना
खोलना, चाट खोल, दे दो।